looked like he was going to be here a while. "Is there any particular reason why we're feeling the need to embrace Christmas already?" I asked. "As it happens, there is." Frank made a show of looking around the room. "Where is everyone?" Aside from the 6 dogs who were very much in evidence, the rest of the family included my husband Sam, our 3.5-year-old son Kevin, and Davy, our older son from my first marriage. On weekend mornings, our house is usually a hub of activity. I should have known better than to think I would actually score an uninterrupted hour in which to get some work done. Davy spent the night with Bob and Claire. Bob was my ex-husband and Claire was his new wife. Married the previous New Year's Eve, they lived in a house on the other side of Stamford. He'll be back this afternoon. Sam and Kev are running errands. I looked pointedly at the cluttered tabletop. "I'm supposed to be working." Frank leaned forward eagerly. His straight brown hair, the same tawny shade as my own, fell forward over his eyes. Absently, he reached up and brushed it back. My brother and I also shared hazel eyes and a strong, determined chin, a feature that looked better on him than me. Beyond the physical similarities, however, Frank and I didn't have a lot in common. Growing up with a 4-year age difference, we were always more likely to be squabbling than to have each other's backs. Even now that we're in our 30s, with Frank married to one of my best friends and a partner in a thriving business, I still find it hard to think of my little brother as a mature adult. "What are you working on?" he asked. "Just school stuff." "Like what?" "See, this is the problem. I'm pretty sure that Frank didn't show up in my kitchen at 10 o'clock on a snowy weekend morning to talk about my job. For the record, I work as a special needs tutor at a private academy in Greenwich. Frank is already well aware of that, which means that for some reason he's either stalling or trying to butter me up. Color me skeptical, but neither of those options ever seems to end well. For me, that is. Things often turn out just fine for Frank. But since I wasn't in any hurry to find out what sort of dilemma he'd found himself in now, I figured I might as well humor him. "Remember the Christmas bazaar last year at Howard Academy?" "Who could forget it?" Frank smirked. "You were in charge of running the event and your Santa Claus got himself killed." "Most people wouldn't find that funny," I told him. "Most people don't have a sister who has a habit of tripping over dead bodies." Sadly, he did have a point. It turns out that Russell Hanover, HA's headmaster, has asked me not to participate in this year's bazaar. "Gee, I wonder why." I ignored him and said, "I'm organizing my notes so I can hand them over to the new chairman in case he wants to see what worked for me and what didn't." "Big help, Mel. I'm pretty sure he already knows what didn't work." Frank was laughing now. It was almost enough to make me wish one of the poodles had bitten him. Maybe Tar. He's our older male standard, a retired specials dog who'd enjoyed an enviable career in the dog show ring. Tar is drop-dead gorgeous. He's also endearing, endlessly amusing, and, well, dumb. Tar is the only poodle I've ever met who's lacking in intelligence. He makes up for that deficiency by trying really hard to get things right. Tar wants to be good. He just doesn't always succeed, and usually he hasn't a clue why. Come to think of it, he and Frank have more than a little in common. "Very funny," I said. It was time to cut to the chase. "Frank, why are you here?" "About that." He gazed at me earnestly across the table. "I need a favor." Quelle surprise. Then a sudden thought hit me. "Is everything all right at home? Bertie's doing well? Maggie and Josh are fine?" Bertie and I had been friends for almost a decade. She'd been married to my brother for half that time. Their daughter Maggie was 4, and their second child, a son named Josh, had been born in September. The pregnancy wasn't an easy one, and 10 weeks after Josh's arrival...